and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. I'd like to thank Mark JCH for providing these amazing actors that you're about to see today. Together, Lost and Found. We are about to present Evolution Self, the original pieces written by these wonderful actors. So please enjoy the show, and remember, turn off your cell phones, please. They're a distraction. Thank you.
It was Wednesday, April 15, 2015 at 8:15 p.m. That is when my life forever changed. Sounds cliche, I know. But had I known that that would be the moment, I would have savored it more. But, of course, with every life-changing event comes a mix of emotions, and some of which we might not necessarily want to forever remember. And one such emotion is fear. That day, a person I've only known by name contacted me on Facebook and asked me if I wanted to join a group that would be traveling to Israel during the summer. My thought was, oh hell no. I mean, obviously, I was afraid of traveling without my parents. And I had only been out of the country once in my whole life, and that was just a few days before this said person contacted me. And I was also scared because, well, Israel is Israel. I mean, yes, it's a beautiful historic country, but it was and still is fighting against neighboring countries, so danger would be everywhere. But what I feared most, believe it or not, was that I would be with a group of people I didn't know, 20 other teenagers. Now, I'm a person who likes to keep to myself because I'm afraid of being an outcast. I'm afraid of getting rejected, so I avoid meeting new people altogether. There's always that nagging thought that they won't like me, and they won't talk to me or do things with me. But even isolating myself hurts because I truly do want to interact with others. But I realized I had to change that. So I signed up for that trip. And that was when everything changed. The entire 2 weeks that we spent together, we created a bond I could have never imagined. I finally let go of the fear of rejection. Well, okay, maybe not entirely, but I'm making progress. The best memory I have of that trip was when we were on Ben Yehuda Square. And in Jerusalem. And there was a man playing Wake Me Up by Avicii on his piano. So we all sang together. And in that moment, we were all one, singing together in harmony. Oh, and Israel, my God, what a country! United it stands, strong against the assailant foes. I saw things there that I've never seen before. Enormous walls separating lands, bombshells scattered, kids close to my age serving as soldiers. I feel grateful for America, where explosions were not a constant threat, and worrying about joining the army in 2 years' time didn't worry me. But even the guy soldiers were kind of cute though. One of them smiled at me. Well, anyways, I guess I found my Jewish pride in Israel. And I became more confident. I realized it's okay to meet new people and share our different experiences. So, in a way, Israel is like a flame. You can throw something at it and it will only grow stronger. Maybe I am like that flame.
Next, please.
See, American society revolves around the concept of starting school, finishing school, going to college, getting a job, married, 2.5 children, and a white picket fence. For me, life has taken a different path. I decided to go explore the world. I was born in Ukraine at the age of 8 together with my family. We moved to US, a land of dreams and opportunities. So I decided to go and follow in the footsteps of them. I want to go and move to Israel. Many of my friends think I'm crazy. They tell me.
You insane?
So what's your As a matter of fact, all these things can't happen. After many occurrences in Israel, I've been struck with the need to go serve in the army. I know it will take a lot of courage, just like it took a lot of courage for my parents and grandparents to move to a foreign country without knowing what to expect with work or housing, or even speaking a word of English. I know it will be hard for me to go to a country that I've never even visited or lived in before. And I don't know if I can make the change, but what if I will?
It was on May 3rd. It was not an ordinary birthday. It was my bar mitzvah. Lots of people came. Family members, friends, and neighbors. The photographer took pictures of me with everyone. I feel like a superstar. Then it was time to light the candles. The DJ took me around the whole place. I felt like a pop star walking into a concert. Then it was my turn to speak. Everyone was silent, not even a sound. A woman even had her phone out taking a video of me. Then it was time to light the candles now. Now, last candle. Yeah! The candle that's all about me. DJ, turn on the music. I got all my friends, and we started dancing, laughing, and we even took pictures. It was amazing. Then I saw people leaving, and I had to go home too. I was sad for a moment, but then I was happy, knowing that this day changed my identity, making me who I am, a woman.
My name is Brian. I am just an average teenager who is trying to enjoy life as best as I can. I am going to graduate high school with an associate's degree in liberal arts, along with a high school diploma. But my journey throughout high school was not an easy one. There were ups and downs, and some days I was even bullied for being smart and dedicated to my schoolwork. But I am determined to get good grades so I can make my parents proud and enter a great college of my choice. I also got a chance to travel with my peers to different countries such as Ireland, Scotland, England, and Israel, which was all really fun because I got a chance to bond with my peers, explore new places, and explore new cultures. But now, let's get back to the bulletin part. So you see, Jews are considered to be very hard-working people who become successful as doctors, lawyers, you name it, the list goes on. And throughout high school, students tried to bully me because they thought that students tried to bully me because I was trying to become better and being different from other people. But they didn't succeed because I tried to either ignore them or fighting back. So one day, I talked to my grandpa and asked him about his experiences in Russia in terms of bullying. And this is what he told me. I was bullied back in Russia because I am Jewish. I would have received an honorary diploma, but my grades were lower because I am Jewish. I was subjected politically, and I couldn't do anything about it. So this makes me feel proud, living in America, where I can achieve anything I want without any barriers. I achieved many awards in school, such as Excellence in the ELA Award, Excellence in Science Award, National Honor Society inductions, and many more. These awards have shown that one day I will become successful and no one is stopping me. Thank
It's just let me a dream and make it the cutest that I've ever seen. You're going to lift like roses and flowers, and coming out of the nights are over. I'm so alone.
When I first moved into my best friend's house, I thought it would be amazing because we could gossip and have sleepovers all the time. But as it turns out, her family's a lot different than mine. It's like they're on some crazy strict diet all the time. Her dad strictly doesn't allow any ice cream, soda, or any chips. Or anything basically with calories. You're probably thinking, oh God, what a monster, right? Yeah, he's Godzilla. One time, he even took a soda out of my dad's hands, spilled it out, and then threw it back at him. And her mom has to have the house in dead silence when she writes for her job. There cannot be the slightest breath, or else she will turn into Mrs. Godzilla. Her husband even bought her earplugs once as a present. How romantic. One time my mom had to leave the house because she couldn't stand being quiet for another minute. It's like being forced to stay in a mental asylum. And there is garbage everywhere. It's like trudging through a wasteland of dirty clothes, baby toys, and laundry. Speaking of which, there's papers and clothes all over the couch, and the couch ate my iPad. I can't find it, but I'm sure it's there somewhere. Maybe they should have a cleaning schedule to coordinate with all the other rules. But we do have our moments of laughter and watching Russian concerts with stupid reclamas, but we always laugh at them. And our house is under renovation until the summer, and I really don't know how I feel about living here, but let's just say I'm marking the days on my calendar till we move out. And one thing's for sure, I'm digging into those potato chips next chance I get.
Can I tell you something? It was so wonderful being a young child. Until about 2 years ago, when a new addition came into my life and changed me completely. And it's not a dog, it's my baby brother. Cute, right? No. I never was so small, but had such a big impact on my life. I mean, I love him and all, but now I get to see my mom less and less because she has to work more and more and never has time for just me anymore. When I first found out she was pregnant, I was very excited. So of course I promised to watch him here and there. But I didn't think that meant all the time. He's taking away my time of just doing what any normal teenage girl wants to do. Hanging out with my friends, exploring who I am, shopping, or even going on Facebook for 5 minutes. Every day after school I have to watch him and do my homework, which he doesn't even let me do because he's writing all over my work and touching my things. And he thinks it's funny. Maybe in Russia or Ukraine it's normal for the older siblings to watch the younger one. But not here. There are many other people that can do that, like a nanny. I don't even get paid for it. I know she's the mom and she has things to do,
but so do I. Soon he's gonna be a teenager and have girlfriends and break their hearts and go out to party with his friends, while I'm gonna be stuck at home doing his homework for him. I feel like Cinderella, except I won't even have time to go to the ball. Well, he's not all that bad. I mean, he's my baby brother. I love him, and he loves me. Once he's older, I'm going to be the one that he looks up to, and the one to give him advice. So, now that I really think about it, he'll thank me one day, and I'll be happy that I got to spend all this time with him.
That's all.
You look like a big fat hippo. So confident.
Yeah. My parents were divorced when I was 6 years old. I lived with my mom my whole life, and I've always thought of my father as the person that was always mean to my mom, and the person that didn't see my sister and I for a full year, and I still think of him as that person. However, it was when I started 9th grade that I started thinking how the divorce affected my manhood. Yes, my manliness. I bet everyone's thinking how a gigantic, white-shorted teen like me ever had problems with his manliness. Well, I was bullied throughout high school, middle school. People made fun of me in school for being slower, fatter, weaker than everyone else. Bullies always made fun of me in school, and it was in a scam that people actually beat me up. I didn't say anything to the bullies, and I didn't fight back. But when I started 9th grade, my mom made me start taking wrestling. I didn't think it was going to help until I learned how to take pain. And I found out that a person like me should work out, increase my strength, work in cardio. I still wrestle now, and now that's why you see a white-shorted teen in front of me. People believe that I could take anyone down with one finger. That's why no one bothers me. Now back to the divorce. My dad didn't teach me how to be a man. I took wrestling, that's why I learned to be a man. But I absolutely cannot forget my mom. In fact, she is the one that made me start taking wrestling in the first place. My mom taught me my mom didn't really teach me how to be a man, physically, but emotionally and through the actions I do now. My mom taught me to do the chores that women don't really appreciate doing, how to treat women, and how to dress. So I say, who needs a dad to be a man? My mom was there, and because of her influence, I'm a white-shorted teen and a man on the inside.
Yeah.
Today, I'm touring for Leon and Wilson High School for the Sciences. My perception of teenagers eternally changed. This was because my middle school was literally 74% Asian. I had never seen a person wear low-cut clothes, or makeup, or even purses instead of book bags. The only thing people wore was a piece of paper on their forehead that said, "I need to get 100 average, or else my parents will disown me. Please don't talk to me." But as soon as I stepped foot in high school, it was as if God was like, "Hey, right now I'm going to show you a horror movie, and then I'm going to make you live in it." My old Asian pals were almost non-existent, and they were replaced with Russian Jews. Another concept that was entirely new to me were the qualifications for a boy to simply have a crush on. Every girl fantasizes about walking into high school and right away having a boy scoop her up in her arms and magically carry her off into the sunset on a unicorn. I'm guilty to be one of those girls. But if you looked at my freshman student ID card, you can probably figure out why that hasn't happened yet. Us girls are a very hopeful species, but at the same time we're extremely picky.
Most of the girls I talked to said they needed 100% Russian Jewish boy that was blessed by Moses himself and bathed in the rivers of Babylon. Okay, I may have made that last part up. But anyways, how do you expect to get a fairy tale ending when you can't even make eye contact with the Aladdin of society? As if guys don't have it hard enough already. First, they need a face that is the exact replica of Zac Efron with a jawline that could cut through diamonds. Then they need a religion that only 8.4% of the whole entire U.S. population has. In my middle school, there were no limits whatsoever. We had Polish with Muslims, Italians with Puerto Ricans with Albanians. Our school literally could have started a coffee shop with the amount of blends we had going. I get that it's the parents' decision too. But it's 2016 in the U.S., not 1976 in the USSR. My mom's parents weren't strict on the whole religion aspect, and she ended up marrying a Christian. I don't think I came out to be the spawn of Satan. The Samantha you would have approached in high school, you would have not expected to have all these emotions bottled up inside. You would just think, oh, she's nice, and nothing more. But this is how I truly felt. Of course, my views have changed on the clothes and the makeup. I've actually grown quite fond of. But even today, when I hear that a girl needs a Russian Jewish boy, I just want to run into a corner and scream.
I've always wondered what it would feel like to fly. To feel utterly free from gravity's force, my body limitless. The closest I came to flying was on the zipline at my Jewish sleepaway camp. I watched as my fellow campers climbed the 50-foot wooden poles to the platform and jumped with no apparent fear. When it was my turn, I confidently walked towards the weathered pole. Yet as I stared up at its precariously placed metal pegs, a shroud of fear just consumed me. Feeling as if I could never climb to the top, I nervously asked the specialist, "Has anybody ever fell off this thing and died before?" "Don't worry about it," he said. "It's perfectly safe. No one has ever had a problem." Naturally believing him, despite his Australian accent, I placed my foot on the first peg and began to climb. Yet as the pegs became scarcer and harder to reach, I couldn't shake the idea that I would miss a step and plummet to my death. My body just froze. No matter how hard I tried to reach the next peg, I couldn't. I was completely paralyzed with fear. Trembling, I begged, "Can you just let me down? Please, just let me down." "I can't let you down," he said. "The only way off is to get to the top." "Please just let me down." Reluctantly, he did. Defeated, I endlessly watched from the ground as my friends flew through the air. How could I have let myself escape from something so insignificant? It was just a wooden pole with pegs. To this point, I've never allowed myself to shy away from anything. By failing to reach the top of the zipline pole, I failed myself. I vowed that the next summer I'd climb that pole. When I was in the first grade, I was diagnosed with dysgraphia. After my teacher bluntly said I was incapable of handling the advanced class. She placed me on the class's probation and into the lowest reading group, where I read illustrated chapter books like Junie B. Jones, while the rest of my class read novels like Harry Potter. But even as a 6-year-old, I was determined to never become a victim of my learning disability. I became one of the top students in the class, ensuring no one, including myself, would ever question my intelligence or ability. I refuse to be defined by my disability. My dysgraphia is not a disability, but a strength. It has pushed me to break free of the boundaries others had changed me. It has pushed me to excel in all I do. In my willingness to persevere, I'm limitless. The next year at camp, I was determined to slay my fear. Fastening on my helmet and harness, I marched straight to the zipline pole. I began to climb fast, but as I approached the middle, again I froze. Although I desperately wanted to feel the safety of the ground beneath my feet, I knew I had to face this obstacle. I couldn't allow myself to fail again. Even as I felt my Converse slipping on the metal pegs I pushed on, refusing to give fear a chance to consume me. When I pulled myself onto the wooden platform, I could feel my heart pounding throughout my trembling body. Tears pricked my eyes as my chest constricted. After a year of lamenting my failure, I had finally reached the top. At the edge of the platform, I gazed into the abyss of trees. Fearless, I leaped off the platform, flying boundlessly into the woods.
Art is a way of getting out of any state of mind. Either sad, happy, excited, frustrated, or just simply uninspired. That is what art is for me. Going through the ups and downs in life was hard, especially in school. But art got me through it. It was like speaking another language, but just to myself. Later on, I found out that my grandfather was also an artist. He created amazing paintings, which inspired me so much. Also, my grandmother, she's a great cook. She inspired me to create really good pastries, which actually I might start into a business. I'm just like my family, with big goals in life. But for now, all I know is that I have art, and I'm really proud of that.
You ever were told something as a child? Some kids were told not to be afraid to speak their minds. Others were told not to be afraid of change. Well, my mom always told me not to be afraid of change. You might end up losing something good, but probably gain something better in return. She always said, change is important. Without change, life would be boring. She said this because when my parents were teens, they had a huge change in their lives. When they were teens, they moved from the USSR to America. They changed their whole lifestyles, their houses, their schools, their friends, even their language. All the stories that they had told me seemed so tough. But they had no choice. Their parents decided they needed to move, and my parents had to live with that decision. This move changed their lives. They lived in better conditions, learned to have a new look on the world, and got many great experiences. I too have had many changes. Not moving countries, but still. I actually look forward to change. I guess I'm used to it, from moving houses and switching schools. One of the biggest changes in my life so far was switching schools. But I chose to make that change. I wanted a new start. My old school had mostly Russian Jews, and I wanted to have friends from different backgrounds and cultures. My class is small and only girls. I mean, come on, I'm a teenage girl. I wanted to see what else was out there. The girls in my class were bratty and mean, and I did not want to be around people like that for another 3 years. The way they acted reflected on me, and to fit in, sometimes I would have to act that way too. I didn't like that. So I had to do something about it. I switched schools. Now, I have another big change coming up in my life. In June I graduate, and in September I'll be going to high school. I know that high school won't be easy. I'm nervous, but excited at the same time. The work will get harder, the classes will get bigger, there will be more people, and there will be more drama. Not that there isn't enough in middle school already. And just like my mom said, life without change would be boring. So I'm making it more exciting, every day. Next time someone tells you your life is boring, remind them of your changes.
Change is the difference in someone's life. Change is when a person has a will to become better.
Change is transformation.
Change is the law of life.
Change is when, just like that, everything is suddenly different. Change is breaking through boundaries.
Change is chaos. Change is experiencing the pressures of a new environment or a new person.
Change is making yourself go out of your box.
Change is making a leap of faith.
Change is getting out of your comfort zone.
And let's give them one more round of applause. Hi. So we're gonna do a quick Q&A. A lot of emotions, questions, thoughts that probably came to your minds as you were watching and hearing those brilliant young actors with those pieces that they wrote themselves, almost with no guidance, with a little bit from Marina. Yeah, so I can tell you a little bit about the project as you guys process, because especially the ending is very strong. We know. It's there for a reason. I don't know if I should sit too. Yeah, so what you just saw was something that was born a few years ago. It's a theater company that we started together with a few actors and writers who are here with us today, called Lost and Found Project. And essentially this project was created to explore personal stories and work with the verbatim documentary technique to really explore and investigate our Russian, Jewish, personal journeys, everything through the theater. We use theater as our main instrument, as our main vehicle to move us forward and to help us investigate and understand who we are and to be able to continue walking throughout this path of our crazy lives that we live in. And so what you've just seen is a partnership between Mars JCH and Bensonhurst, which all of these teams are part of, and Lost and Found Project. This project, the Teen Drama Lab, is supported by Genesis Philanthropy Group and the Natan Fund. Actually, some of our funders are here today, and some of their kids are on stage, which is extra special. So thank you. And the division, under which this is happening, Folks Vina Argue, is a Russian division of the National Yiddish Theater Folks Vina, who is our home and our everything, and we do a lot of programs in partnership and kind of everything under their roofs and under their wings. And this is a piece that was developed in less than a few weeks. We started at the end of October, and this is where we are today. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing the stories. We know that many of those young actors came to you, their parents, for questions and ideas and thoughts. And
I have a question.
So we'll open it up for questions. And
I have a question.
do we have more house lights? No?
It's okay. These young, beautiful people look as if they've been doing drama for quite a while. So my question is this the first time that you've done drama, young ladies and gentlemen? And number two, what was it like the first time you walked in the door and you sat in this drama workshop? And any and all of you can answer.
Who wants to go? You go. Go ahead.
Well, this is my first time in drama, and actually my best friend made me come, and I didn't know I would have such a wonderful experience doing it, and I did.
Well,
This is my second year with this drama lab, and I really enjoyed acting and writing.
This was also my second year in drama lab. I really enjoyed what I was saying.
This is my third time. First one I did last year, second one I did in Biyachad, and this is my third time.
Brandon.
This is my fourth time. I met Marina in Camp Yappa of summer 2014, and I just want to give drama a shot to show other people what short team like me could do.
And guys, those of you who don't know, Marina Radler is the head facilitator, director of this group. She leads has been leading 4 years a lab, a very similar lab studio at the Biyachad summer camp, which many of these folks are there yearly. What questions?
Hi, I'm primarily a dancer, and you are all probably too young to know that the public theater several decades ago, and I won't say how long, because anyone who knows is as old as me, began a project that eventually developed into a very famous show called A Chorus Line, which was about monologues of all the gypsy dancers, the dancers who danced in the chorus, and eventually became a huge hit on and off Broadway. So it came out of the stories that each one of the dancers had to say about their own lives. My question to all of you is a two-part one. Why did you get involved in this project to begin with? In other words, do you plan to be actors? Do you want to be writers? Was it a way of looking at your own lives, etc., etc.? And then having done it, the second part of the question is, did that reason change or develop into something different than you expected when you went into it?
That's a great question.
So I do want to pursue, continue with acting, and this experience has strengthened that thought.
Well, I would like to do acting, but as a hobby. I started drama in the first place because, I don't know, I just trust people, and I want to say what the things I don't usually tell people in front of other people.
Okay.
I started drama because my parents forced me in the beginning. But then I enjoyed it and I started to like it more. I think I would do it as more of a hobby.
More questions? Yes.
Hi, this question might be directed to Marina and Anya.
Yes.
But maybe some of the actors want to answer also. What were some of the inspirations with the transitions between the monologues? And I'll point out all the ones I like, so like all that. But just maybe choose one or just what yeah.
What do you mean by in between the pieces?
Yeah.
Well, the idea in general came about the idea of change and how we change through our lives. And then somehow through brain workshopping the ideas, we came out with the fact that we're sometimes put into a box. We're Russian, we're Jewish, we're American, we're black, white, yellow, purple. So the idea of boxes came into mind, and to transition in between the monologues kind of took off from their pieces, and I think that inspired the transitions, going off of what they wrote and filling the gap in between to kind of create this cohesive theme of change coming out of the box. If that answers your question.
And last year our research, and many of those guys were with us last year. Last year, as well as, by the way, Lost and Found Project, our theater company, we started from doing the first show about kind of the relationship between the past and the present. Kind of the relationship between what do these stories of my parents who brought me to the U.S. have to do with where I am today? Kind of the relationship of where is that Russian Jewishness of my parents? How does that relate to where I am today? I am an American, but yet I still carry that suitcase with me. Only today we replace suitcases with boxes, with these things that I'm schlepping with me. The culture, the food that is on my table, who am I supposed to date? Is that supposed to be a Russian Jewish girl? Is that supposed to be all of that stuff? And this production that you've seen today, performance, was mostly about where we, all of us, including myself, are today. And where is that research and investigation happens? And how do I make myself a balanced individual, right? Being Russian Jewish, Israeli, a woman, a man, a student, a New Yorker, a person who's going to serve in the Israeli army, a person who's moving in with his friend, a person who was bullied when he was a kid and now he's out of this box. So essentially what we're doing throughout the show is we're slowly taking out those facades that we don't like and slowly build ourselves using this baggage that was given to us by our parents and our ancestors and making us
balanced individuals. So bless you. No problem. So we're able to continue walking forward with this box, whether we want it or not. So this is where it came, really, the transitions. As a process, all together in rehearsals. And I have to say that our actors were very helpful, because in many cases, Marina and I, and very important to mention, Miss Yelena Schmulensen, one of the members of Lost and Found Project, who was here with us, part of the sessions, and definitely helped at the very end shape this presentation and make it what it is. So thank you. And yeah, it was very much a teamwork. In rehearsal, Marina and I sometimes were, what should we do? And then Brendan has an idea, or Sam has an idea, or Eugene's like, why don't we do this? Why don't we? So really these guys tried themselves as, I want to say everything, every aspect of the theater world. Writers, right? Actors, as well as a little bit of self-directing, which made this happen. More questions? We'll take a few more and then we'll go have some cheese and wine. Whoever is over 21. What's next? Thank you for that question. What is next? Hopefully to create more pieces, because they're growing, we're growing, and just move on and move, travel as these wandering Jews, as these actors, not staying in one place, growing. Yeah, hoping for more creation. We on our end have another teen drama lab on the Upper West Side that is for teens who live not in Brooklyn mainly, although we have some people coming all the way from Brooklyn to the Upper West Side, and we meet weekly, and the show for that lab is going to be on May 21st. And it's also led by Lost and Found project actors, and hopefully it's going to be as good. And maybe some of these guys will join us, maybe. And also we have ongoing programs all the time. We produce shows once a year, mainly. We have programs for families, a few weekends in the winter, and so on and so forth. But with these guys, we definitely hope to continue. And Michaela is here to support that from the J side, that we on our end will continue fundraising and collecting all our efforts to create this, to make it a tradition. Woohoo! Oh, these are fun. Yes, please!
One question to both of you guys in one. To what extent, when you heard each other's stories, right, whether it's the first time, or the second time, or the final rehearsal, how much can each of you relate to each other? So do you find more similarities from your personal experience, or like you're looking at each other saying, I have no idea what happened to him?
Oh well, let's go.
I can't answer that question.
Sure.
There's more similarities between us, because like we found certain things like from like our lives that are like similar.
Can you talk louder, please?
They're more similar. Like our lives wind up like somehow being connected to theirs.
We each talked about one change in our life, and so, of course, for some of the other changes that was spoken by the others, we could relate to. Yeah, I feel like we can find similarities among each other, but we're not all the same person, so there are going to be differences.
Dear friends, we are going to proceed to the lobby to have some snacks and to be able to meet our actors in person and tell them how wonderful they did. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll stay in touch.